I'm currently making dinner and I kind of wanted to show you guys what I was making because this is something that I used to make a lot when I was trying to pay off a bunch of debt very aggressively. I will also say too that I still eat a lot of these things by choice. I actually really enjoy this food and it was super healthy for me. So I have a bunch of mushrooms that I need to use up like this week. I have a block of tofu that I just sliced, except I forgot to press it, so it's very watery, so I'm not gonna lift it. I also have a bag of Brussels sprouts. Look, I know that this trio is not for everyone. Replace it with things that you do like. And I will probably bring out a couple of carrots. But what I'm doing is I started my rice cooker. I'm making just plain white rice, and I'm gonna cut up some of these veggies, some of the tofu, and I'm going to saute some of the tofu so that it's a little crispier, and then I'm also going to saute the vegetables. I know this sounds really bland. Typically I add a bunch of seasonings, just whatever, like, I don't know, hits my fancy that week. I love topping my rice bowls with sauce. Now I've been on this sweet and sour from Aldi. It's a stir fry sauce. I don't know if you're like supposed to cook it, but I don't. I just put it on when it's warm. And I really like this, especially when I do white rice that's just like plain, because it adds a lot more flavor. I also have a couple seaweed snacks that I might like crinkle over the top, but I think that this sauce is gonna be enough. This is probably one of like my hacks for rice bowls, is to always have a sauce on hand. I also did have like sausage sometimes that I replaced the tofu with, but I need to use this tofu because I keep forgetting about it. So this is what we're making today. That's just like an example of one of the meals that I used to make a lot. That's really inexpensive, and I still make it by choice because I enjoy it so much. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Finished cooking everything. I have like 2 spoonfuls of rice right here. I have my tofu that did not crisp up the way that I wanted it to, but it's still really yummy. I put like turmeric, black pepper, salt, and I think like paprika or something like that. I'm gonna put my sauce in the middle of the rice and the toppings. I'm using jasmine rice, which I love, it's my favorite. And then I didn't end up adding carrots, so I have Brussels sprouts and mushrooms here that I just sauteed in the aftermath of the tofu, so it got a lot of the similar seasonings. So I'm putting some of that. This is probably enough for 2 servings. So I'm gonna leave like half of this. And then I'm gonna take like half of these. Let's see if I can get it on here. Probably not. This is the finished product. Look, I know it's not for everyone. If it's not for you, that's fine. Feel free to like